waiting on this whole legal troubles that's affecting Diddy. And, she's like, yo, first of all, there's a lot of fake narrative out there about my son. And let me just quote what her mom, Janice, said: to bear witness to what seems like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Yeah, so she also addressed the shocking hotel video footage of Diddy allegedly assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie, saying, and I quote, "Sometimes the truth and the lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed." Steph, what do you think, man? Because she's saying technically, I mean, some of these things that she's checking on the news are just fabricated. They're not substantial. They're not true.
I mean, you gotta love moms. They will be there for you. Like, they know you've killed a person, but they'll be like, my son is innocent. He didn't touch anything. He didn't kill anyone. Yeah. So I know she knows all of this information. She knows what was going on. You can't be ignorant to whatever your son's doing.
Yeah, of course.
But she's like, you know what? I'm gonna stand here as a parent and actually stand for my son, because at the end of the day, that's her kid.
Right.
So she's not gonna tell you, yes, he actually did this. But behind the scenes, you best know she is whooping his ass.
Yeah, for real. That's what I would imagine, because I mean, there's so much. The whole parties thing. I'm sure his mom saw one or two things.
Better yet, sometimes some people actually do a lot of nasty stuff, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But the last person you want to know about what you're doing is your mom.
Yeah.
So don't only look at it like, the mom knew and all that, because the mom probably could have been innocent.
Absolutely,
my son is a mogul. He walks into nice,
Yeah.
She comes for the parties at 9 p.m. She's been chauffeured. She's off. When the craziest things start. I mean, look at American Gangster. You remember Frank Lucas?
Yes.
The mom, got this new home and everything, and she had no idea. And she was like, come on, Frank, just tell me the truth. Because she'd been with him for all these years, but she never knew that the guy was a gangster. So I guess sometimes in some situations, people hide the worst secrets from the people that they actually do love.
So for me, my thing is, I feel like there's many people out there who are just jumping on this wave of accusing Diddy for whatever. Maybe because they want to settle.
Right.
So it's very hard to believe all these accusers. Like we need to know. Okay, for me, it's like let's wait for the feds to do the whole investigation and everything, and then we'll see what they come up with. But at the same time, Diddy's mom and his twin daughters visited him behind bars in Brooklyn, and their visit was so compelling for his mom. She broke her silence on her son's legal troubles, like we just talked about. And sources close to TMZ, that's why I'm reading this story, Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, and his teenage twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie, they say that all of these, basically the family spent time with him last week at the Metropolitan Detention Center. And we're told 4 other family members went to a visiting area where they were able to hug and converse with Diddy under supervision by jail staff. And then according to sources, they say this meeting was the first time Delilah and Jesse were able to see their dad since his arrest last month. And they were very eager to visit him, traveling all the way from their home in California. So the visit was incredibly emotional for everybody, like you would imagine. After seeing her son, Janice felt so compelled to speak out on his behalf because she felt like he was going through something he didn't deserve.
But I actually have a question. Like most of these people who are in abusive relationships, or we know you're an abuser, if you go and tell the parents, like the mom, oh, by the way, your son is doing this to me, or your daughter's doing this to me, I mean, most of the times they keep their silence. They're like, you know what, it happens, my relationship was not good with your father, we'll be just, he'll change, just give it some time. But they never actually go into the depth of telling you, I think you should leave for your own safety. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, you're right. Because, I mean, moms are very protective and they never want to see their sons or their kids in a bad light. But you're very right. I feel like the mom had a responsibility to play. If at all she knew some things were going down, maybe she had to do she had to do her job.
When you start seeing your child coming home with pencils, rubbers that are extra, you need to make sure that you discipline that child. Take those things back to whoever you took them from.
When she was quiet and all these things were happening.
So the more you see your child doing things and you're trying to sugarcoat it and cover it up, then it blows up later on in life.
But bro, if he's paying the bills, making you live that life, at some point, you're just like, you know what, you're an adult.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
That's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they got to that point. Maybe Janice, the mom, talked to him at some point. But I mean, Diddy's larger than life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you're just thinking, and I think even the mom was like, probably nothing would ever happen to him.
Yeah.
You feel me, yeah? Yeah, but at the same time, I just feel sorry for his kids.
The kids.
It's so messed up.
It's sad. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, did you see he lost his baby mama a couple of years ago? Must have been 2015. Porter, Kim Porter.
Yeah.
The twins' mom. And now you guys just seeing your dad, all these things going through. I mean, all these things affecting him. Mother, he's on suicide watch. Just
it's tormenting.
Just makes you feel like, and that home right now must be very stressful. The energy must be so bad.
But on the other end, did they actually sit down with a lady and have a conversation and be like, okay, just tell us what was happening in your relationship? I mean, was some of the things that you're saying, did it actually happen?
Right.
Did we not see the signs?
Yeah.
Like, show us. I mean, if they have a heart-to-heart, they'll be like, okay, for real, we actually missed out a lot that was happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you have to stand with him, but you also need to understand what happened. Don't just wait for the news to tell you, and then you're like, no, he didn't do that.
Yeah. Did you check what Akon said about the industry in Hollywood? This whole entertainment industry. He was like, guys, whatever you're seeing happening, the best you could do is just sit back and watch this thing like a movie, because there's an energy that's taking over. Everything is being realigned. It's like he was saying, there's so much evil in Hollywood that this is just the first of its kind stories that you're going to see. There's more to come.
That's the same thing Cat Williams actually said.
Yeah.
And as we speak, the interview.
Yes, I watched that.
You watched the interview,
with that NFL guy, the retired guy.
Yesterday, I think the day before yesterday, there was an interview, Piers Morgan, and Jay-Z and Beyonce actually having a lawsuit. I think they're taking Piers to court because he hosted Jaguar Wright. And Jaguar Wright just says everything.
He says too much.
And they were like, she's been saying stuff on your show and you let that happen.
Yeah.
So we're taking you guys to court because where's the substance? Where's the evidence?
That's what I was saying, bro, because some of these people just say stuff to trend. You need to base these things on facts.
Facts. We want to see documents. We want to see pictures.
That is
those
why
videos.
We should wait for 50 Cent's documentary.
The Netflix
but at the same time, even for 50, because it just reminds me of this story of Chris Brown and how there's a bunch of guys who've come up with like a docu-series about how Chris Brown allegedly he's had a very toxic past when it comes to this GBV thing. Like he's been insulting people and fighting. And
but Chris Brown, we saw it with Rihanna. Like you can't hide that.
So there's a trend.
If you're going to share your story, like even the guy C50 now, apparently he's done this whole series. What's the right thing to do? If you have a story, if Chris did something to you, if Diddy did something to you, are you going to go and look for the people who are making a series, a documentary? Are you going to go to the legal guys? You're
Bring your evidence. You're
going to go to the cops. Or get a lawyer. Why would you go to somebody who's making a series? I mean, it's like you're trying to look for, first of all, even these people who are making these shows, these series, it's like they're profiting off of people's trauma.
Yeah, and it's really.
But here's the thing: I could go to the cops, and they're just gonna listen to my story, but they're not gonna actually put it out there, and I get paid by a lawyer to keep quiet. Or I could actually go and tell my story out there, and there's a lot of people who are silenced and as traumatized and as scared can actually come out and be like, okay, you know what? Let's tell our story, but blur our face out, because they have a lot to say.
Or they're too small and they're waiting to ride on a wave. Just like she said, they're too small. I mean,
some people can't even afford like legal.
They can't. So they're like, let's wait for the opportunity. Then when it's right, then we bring in our facts. And they just put it in a pool because it's a RICO case. And it's really hard for someone to beat a RICO case. I mean, this is like so many people who have been put involved in one thing.
Because I can imagine his lawyers have actually tracked down every single person who could actually have something substantial to put him down. And they're like, okay, keep quiet, otherwise it's your life.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so I'm going to the docu-series.
Yeah, but suddenly there's like a wave of docu-series is coming out, man.
He sold it for what? Like 300 million.
Yeah. Well, what, 50?
Yeah, 50 sold it to Netflix for about $300 million.
50 is a G, man. He's a beast. Such a businessman. But this one for Chris Brown,
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched it. But guys, but I've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
So they kind of mentioned Karrueche and also Rihanna. My thing is like, did you even reach out for their consent? Because it just can't be mentioned, and then the blur, the faces,
and you cannot people's images.
Yeah, because I don't think they're cool. Maybe they settled that thing already. Like it's done. Like, yeah. That's what I was saying. The people who are coming up with these docu-series, I genuinely feel like they're out here to profit off of people's lives. Because suddenly now, I mean, what the timing you get? Suddenly we're talking about
it's like the perfect time to release.
Chris Brown's is out there as well.
But if you think about it, if I've gone through so much trauma from you, and I get an opportunity to tell your story, yes, I'm gonna profit out because you've put me through a lot. That I've spent a lot of money going to therapists. I've spent money, and taking pills and everything. Yes, I'm going to get the money because you have put me through a lot already. Okay. So I need to be paid for that. This is my compensation because I'm not going to get it from you. Yeah.
But I just see a lot of selfish motive. The financial gain should not be the main thing. It should be justice.
Yeah, it should be justice.
A woman who's raped, the guy needs to go to court.
Nothing like settling.
Not settling. I mean, that should be the norm. So I find the American system a bit different.
Do you think something like this would ever happen in Kenya? Do you think our entertainment industry has such stories? For
definitely.
Example? At some point, you're just going to see these things coming out.
Most definitely.
For real.
You might not see them coming out, but it happens every single day. Yeah. But this is Kenya. This is Nairobi.
Yeah, for real. What do you mean this is Nairobi?
You know these things happen.
See, but it's not like Hollywood, man. Those guys are extreme.
I mean, they're only extreme because they have more money, so they do bigger things.
Yeah.
But with our small capacity, there's a lot of madness that happens here.
Oh my God.
And it's not just the celebrities. It's like us people down here. There's a lot going on that you don't even know about.
True.
Jeez, yeah. Are we down here for real? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not down here.
You're not down here?
Are you a common man? No, are you a common person?
I don't think common people will be inside this studio.
No. Thank you. Enough said. 10 minutes to 10. Jeez, wait on it, Jeremiah, Chris Brown, and then we're coming back to say peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be playing all night.
Okay. SpiceFM.
Might say what they won't say. Just might